Hello. This is my second podcast. I decided to call it Forget Perfection. I spent forever, ironically, right? I spent forever on the phone with my brother and bouncing ideas off of my wife about trying to come up with like the perfect idea, right? The perfect name for this thing. And that just got really annoying. Like, I don't know why I do that. It's just kind of in the theme of like the videos I've been making and also what the podcast is ultimately supposed to be about, right? Is forgetting the idea of perfection and then just creating and going with the flow and having fun with it, right? I suck at that. Especially like with coming up with the name for this. I spent forever trying to think of like the best name that encapsulated, is that the word? Encapsulate? Whatever. Huh? Look at that. Already forgetting it. Already forgetting perfection. I'm an imperfect speaker. But the whole idea of it was like I wanted to forget the idea of coming up with like the perfect name for what my podcast stood for or what I wanted to talk about. And I kept going down this rabbit hole, and I was getting mad at my brother who was generously offering me his time to sit there and talk about, you know, these dumbass ideas that I had, that he had, and I'm trying to tell him like my idea behind creating this, and it's just such a pain in the ass. So the whole idea, like I said, I made a video about this. You can watch this or just listen to this. But again, the idea is to forget about perfection. That should not be a word in anyone's vocabulary because I think it's toxic. Especially for me as a creator, I feel like I'm always judging myself. I'm always, when I'm editing or like I care, I clearly care. But I'm editing or finding the music or whatever, I'm so like, I'll do, like I did it this weekend. So that was one of the things I guess I marked down. I overthought, so I went to Detroit for my cousin's wedding. And I was gonna film. I was gonna create videos while I was out there. I wasn't gonna film her wedding, but I flew in from Nashville. My brother flew in from Seattle, and then we met each other at the airport. And my whole idea was I was gonna surprise him at the airport, and I was gonna like film, and it was gonna be funny. And I didn't end up doing it. I sat on the bench, and I was working through like Thumbtack and working through some different like leads and contacts, and I was trying to come up with new ideas for who I should film for in Nashville when I get home. And I'm already like, my head was just spinning with ideas, and I'm already overthinking this portion of it, right? And then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, now I'm pissed off. Now I'm annoyed with myself that I'm sitting here in this airport spending this time rather than like trying to be funny and go find my brother, because I feel like that's normally what I would have done. And instead, my brother ended up finding me, and I'm sitting there with my camera staring at my phone like an idiot. And I didn't get to film anything. And then I was annoyed that I blew that. So then I'm overthinking as we continued into the trip. I'm thinking about how, I think, am I clipping? Hello, test. Cool. Whatever. I was thinking about how, in the car, I was thinking about how I just botched this interaction with my brother that would have been funny. And then that resulted in me not filming in the car, in the Uber ride. And we had like 55 minutes together. And then so then I was telling him how annoyed about being annoyed I was. It's just this toxic cycle. It literally is analysis paralysis. Like, I get nothing done when I'm in that headspace. So I've been really trying to push myself to not be in that headspace, to not sit there and overanalyze and overthink and ruin opportunities by overanalyzing them. Like, I should just be able to pick up my camera and shoot. And I mean, of course, in a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, that's how it would work. But I'm not fucking perfect. I'm far from it. I have, an incredible amount of insecurities and things that are like riddled with anxiety. So, like I say these, it should be so easy to just pull out your camera and start shooting and blah, 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 blah. Like, I gotta move off of that shit because that's unhealthy. I can't be doing that. What else was I gonna talk about? Okay, so, okay. So, my friend told me about this documentary that I watched. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's called Missing 411: The Hunted. Okay, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. I know I'm late to it apparently. The thing didn't come out until 2019. And I'm like late 2019, and I'm just now fucking hearing of it. It came out like a year ago. It's on Amazon Prime. And apparently, like, Missing 411 I haven't looked into it, but from my brief knowledge about it, it's like ghost hunting like type of shit in that same format, right? It's like this guy's brand, and he's like a private investigator, a detective about missing people, and how they all share the same traits when they go missing, and something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to ruin the guy's brand because I don't know anything about it outside of this one documentary. So I watched this documentary, and this thing is about, I don't know how believable it is, but it's about essentially these people going to the woods, like these hunters, and there's these cases that are linked all over the United States where they go into like wide, vast, like national forests. These people go in, and then they get separated at some point. Like there's a bunch of like key factors that link all these missing cases together, and one of them is like they get separated, and then they're next to like mountains and a creek or something, or running water, and then there's like a weather anomaly that happens, and these people would get separated, and then one of the guys that gets separated goes missing. So the whole idea is like surrounding the group of people across these decades of missing people cases that all align together with these like, sort of points that connect them all. This guy's going around interviewing, the teams, the search teams and whatever. At the end of the whole thing, they're trying to say that there's these like bigs. This is where it gets a little ridiculous because I'm like, oh, okay, missing people. This is like the things are weird, right? Like, but at the end of the day, what they're trying to say is that there's these giant 7-foot, 8-foot tree monster people, right? Like cave dwelling aliens. I have no idea. I don't like. It's pretty creepy. Do I believe that there's aliens running around the woods snatching out hunters? Absolutely not. I don't believe that for a fucking second. But it is weird because these people would go missing, and then they would either show back up with no recollection of what has happened to them and they were like totally fine, or they show back up and they're dead, but they can't like explain how that person died. It's the weirdest thing. It's definitely not fake. Like the deaths and the missing people, those are not fake, like at all. And I think this guy kind of there's one part where he's interviewing these hunters that go out on sacred land, and they're claiming that they have this space where they communicate with this fucking creature, and they go out there and they're like, yeah, we have a recording of how these things communicate. And then they're like trying to echo the way that these things are talking to them. Again, like take this with a grain of salt, right? Like I'm watching this at like 2 a.m, whatever. It's like pitch black. I'm like, at the moment, I'm like, oh, this is pretty creepy. And then I go to bed and I'm like, nah, it's bullshit. Like there's absolutely no fucking way. But there's these things in the woods that are like howling at them, and then they're like howling back, and they're like, oh my god, they're communicating, they're talking. And they're like, but they're peaceful. They didn't harm us. We keep going back there for some fuck ass reason. Like, what do you mean you keep going back there? What do you mean? If that was true, you would not be going back there. You would not be going back to the spot where giant 8-foot howling aliens are trying to communicate with you and rip your intestines out. Like, that's not a thing, right? There's no way. There's no way you're going back to that spot. And they were like bunkering themselves into a self-made tree fort, and they're like, yeah, we seal up the door, and in the documentary they're showing the spot in the daytime, and the door is like a tree, like a cut up tree that they just like made into a door. I'm like, okay, cool. You're fastening yourself into your tree fort with a tree door, dude. If it's real, if there's 8-foot howling aliens in the woods, yeah, they're gonna rip that down and come in there and eat you. Sorry, I don't like. That's just what's gonna happen to you. So there was that. You watch it though. I guess there's 2 documentaries, and then they have like podcasts and all this other stuff. I thought that was like the most interesting thing. And again, I'm like trying to get into like the Halloween spirit. Dude, I'm so excited. There's 5 weekends in the month of October. I love October, and I'm trying to like get a sense of what Halloween in October in the fall is like in Nashville, Tennessee, right? Because I've grown up my entire life celebrating Halloween in Seattle. In Seattle, it was always like, like crisp, like 50 degrees, orange trees, like the, whatever, this and that. Dude, it's still like 70 something out here. Like I was like sweating today. So I kind of want to, like, I'm trying to understand, like, how does fall here work? Does it show up for a week and then all of a sudden the leaves are off the trees and then it's Christmas? No idea. I guess we'll find out. And if I, continue making videos, hey, I could record that, right? Wow, what a concept. Good for you, Ryan. Good for you. Just stay on top of it, huh? But going off of that, with October, I was thinking about, and again, I'm probably overthinking it. I think I'm being over dramatic about this. I was thinking about doing Sober October. I've never done that before. But there was something like I was drinking at my cousin's wedding, and then I've never enjoyed, like, I don't understand the enjoyment of alcohol, and I really don't understand like how alcohol fucks you up. I mean, a lot of things fuck you up, right? But the fact that alcohol is so like accessible and so easily consumed and then like welcomed, I guess, right? And like our world, or especially like the United States, I feel like we overindulge, right? And I don't understand, because it makes you feel like shit and look like shit after years and years and years of just drinking excessively. And now, I'm not saying like I drink excessively. I drink occasionally, maybe. But when I do, I feel like shit. And every single time I'm like groggy. I'm like down. Like it's fun. It's fun and it's funny I have like a good like 2-minute high, right? But then I get in this weird state where I'm like, I come down, and then you feel like shit the next morning, and then like your entire next day is shot. It's very weird. But I was thinking, for the first time I was drinking at my cousin's wedding, and I'm like, I think I'm probably good on drinking for a while. Like I could easily do Sober October, and I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna. Now I drank over the weekend, so whatever. Like, -3 days off of October, throw them on the back end of November. Why not, right? But I was thinking about doing that because I don't know. I kind of want to just like cleanse myself, right? Not feel like shit. Not reach for alcohol as like a social thing, right? Like I think that's the other thing too. Is I think a lot of people, when they get together to hang out, I think they reach for alcohol for like as like a social activity, right? And I think that's kind of weird too. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is nice, right? Like you get your what do they call that? Like your drunk confidence, is that what they call it? I don't know, whatever. But like I get that, right? If you don't want to talk to people, like if you're like a social hermit and you need alcohol to like hype you up to talk to people and make friends or do whatever or just get through the night, like I get that, sure. I 100% get that. But you shouldn't rely on it. I guess that's my whole thing. Is like because it's uncomfortable, like, dude, you should just kind of like set it out, right? I think it's easier said than done, but like my wife and I were at an event this past week, and it felt like I was reaching for alcohol to like sit through the uncomfortable, like, new environment, you know? Like we were sitting through, surrounded by all these new people that we've never met in this new city we've never lived in. We're still kind of trying to like understand and navigate everything for ourselves. And it felt like I was reaching for it out of comfort and just knowing that like, oh, well, if I get a buzz on, I'll be on the same level as everybody else. And then, you know, it'll be easier to talk to people. Not that I have an issue talking to people. It's just, it was like overwhelming, I think is the best way to put that. Like sensory overwhelming. So I don't know. I want to try it. Like regardless of the situation I'm in this month at all, whether that's like seeing old or making new friends, you know, getting together for gatherings or anything like that. I just kind of, I don't want to be in a scenario where I'm like reaching for alcohol, you know? Not that, again, I don't have a fucking problem. I don't have a problem reaching for alcohol. I'm just saying, you get the fucking point, dude. Jesus, I'm overthinking it. Now I'm getting pissed off at myself. Get a grip. I got issues. Yeah, dude. I definitely, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Hey, future Ryan, you better not be fucking drinking when you listen to this, you old bitch. You hear that? Absolutely not. I'm gonna make sure I hold myself accountable through this month. Cause like, I don't know. I heard that you feel really good at the end of it. So that should be fun. Should be a good time. I'm kind of like tired today. Like I'm kind of burnt out. And I'm worried that because I went to this wedding, I'm going to have fucking COVID. Dude, speaking of COVID, dude, can we talk about... Listen, I'm not a political guy at all. I don't give a fuck, man. Right? My whole thing, dude, politics, come on. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Unbelievable, dude. Like, if you're a politician, dude, I don't understand, dude. I don't understand. I'm going to try real fucking hard not to get political here. I'm going to try real fucking hard. I don't understand the fucking Democrat Republican thing. Dude, I fucking don't understand it. I think it's archaic. It makes no fucking sense. Why the hell is that still in place? Maybe it worked out forever ago, dude. Like, I'm not a history buff. I don't know shit, dude. I don't care about politics. And if someone's going to fucking try to come at me with some fucking, oh, actually, it's a place, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Save it, dude. Save it for someone else. I don't give a shit. My thing is it should not be fucking red or blue, right? It shouldn't be fucking Democrat or Republican. It should just be, like you should be able to share similar fucking views, man. Right? It's so easy. Like, I don't understand what we don't get about that concept. Like, if you're on one side, great, dude. Fantastic. Lobby for that fucking side. Go for it. You know? Get your fucking funding or whatever. But, dude, it rattles my fucking brain why it can't be just one guy running for president and another guy running for president, and sometimes they share the same views, other times they differ on the views, right? Who fucking cares, dude? Like, is there ever, like, I don't get that shit at all, man. Why do you have to have a certain belief or view if you relate to a certain side? Like, there really shouldn't be fucking sides, dude. It's so confusing. It's so fucking annoying. Why? Like, I don't understand. I guess that's why I'm annoying and I make a shitty podcast and videos. I guess that's why, because I'm not fucking political history buff, but good God, dude. Makes no sense. Where I'm going with this, right before I get way too off topic, where I'm going with this is, dude, Trump getting COVID, dude. Come on, right? Listen, I get it, right? Something about it seems a little weird to me, though, right? I'm sure he had it, whatever, right? Tough shit. But, oh, dude, there's something weird about the way that he came down with it, went to the hospital. He had the best attention ever, obviously, from doctors and, like, high-end experimental drugs and steroids to, get him back up on his feet or whatever and feeling like $1 million. But it's just confusing to me how it all happened, right? Like Friday, he comes down with it and he's admitted to the hospital. And, dude, he's not an in-shape human being. No shot, dude. Dude, that man has had a little too much McDonald's and too much alcohol in his life. Like, again, I'm not political. I'm just stating the fucking facts. Trump is fat, old, and out of shape. As far as I'm concerned with coronavirus, that is a at-risk. He falls in the at-risk category, right? He should not have been able to bounce back so quickly, right? But he did. Great. I'm not one of those weird fucking people on Twitter, like, wishing death on you know who. Like, I feel like even saying it is weird, and I'm not gonna, like, even finish that sentence because the fucking NSA is gonna come knocking on my fucking door. I think those people are fucking weirdos, man. That's a very strange hot take. What I'm saying is I think it should have taken him a little longer to recover, right? Like, take your time, be transparent with it, right? I don't understand why, like, he does it, and then he's like, oh, I'm out of here. I'm out of here in 2.5 days, 3 days. I'm out of here, pal. Like, no, I'm good. All healthy. But I feel better than I've ever felt before. And he's like, and then that video comes out where he's like struggling to breathe after walking up the stairs. Dude, no shit, man. You're supposed to be like down for the count for like 2 weeks, right? Again, as far as I'm concerned, you're either like not supposed to feel anything, but also if you're 80 years old and, you're a little ancient and out of shape, and, dude, he's stressed, man. He's stressed and fucking just out of his mind, unhealthy. So, I'm sorry. But if you're trying to play it off like 3 days in and you're feeling fine and dandy, you're going to go back to work now, dude, you're a liar. You are a liar. All good, but you're lying, Dude, that's so weird to me, that whole thing. Because the doctors came out and they were like, oh yeah, he was on assisted oxygen. And then, or no. They came out and they were like, oh, he's not on assisted oxygen. He's all good, right? He didn't need it. And he just went to the hospital to make sure he's okay. But then it later comes out that the doctor lied and knew damn well all along that he was on assisted oxygen for like a little amount of time or something, whatever it took to get him from point A to point B. They were like assisting him with oxygen or whatever. And then the doctor came out and was like, you're right. I was just trying to play. He said something like he was just trying to play the narrative that like he didn't want to make it seem like he was weak or something like that. I don't know. Again, I'm not fucking political, dude. I hate talking about this shit, but dude, it was the weirdest thing, man. Like, we live in another fucking dimension right now. We live in such a weird time. Like, I wake up every fucking day and look at the news, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Again, not taking sides. I don't give a shit, man. Just someone with the fucking common decency to respect multiple opinions, right? Whether they differ from that person. Like, that's good leadership, dude. Dude, that's just good leadership. How the fuck do I know this, dude? How do I know this? Like, if you're, dude, just respect somebody else's opinion. or at least not even in the moment. Dude, get heated about it. Go sit on it for a fucking hour. Think about it. Go, fuck, man. Maybe they were right. I'm not going to openly admit it because I'm going to look like a bitch, but maybe there's some middle ground. Maybe we can have a meeting and compromise, right? Oh, dude. Come on with that shit, dude. Maybe that's already happened. Again, no one knows what's happening behind, but whatever. I don't care, dude. That's what I think of politics, dude. My sister is she's like obsessed with politics, dude. I could give a fuck, dude. I could give a shit about politics, man. Like, I just want someone with good moral values and someone who believes that the world is changing. That's what I want. Just someone to like be like, yeah, we should like, dude, California's thing where they're getting rid of everyone needs to own an electric car by 2035, I think is the rule, right? Or they're not selling gas powered vehicles in after 2035. So like they're probably still accessible and people can sell them amongst themselves. But I think that's a massive step for a state because that just means all these dealerships and all these new vehicles that are funneling in, they're all just gonna be electric. Like that's good, dude. Like the next car I want to own, like I want to own an electric car. They should be electric cars should be more easily accessible, dude. Like why is that a thing, dude? There's got to be a cheap electric car, and I'm not talking a fucking $10,000 smart car, right? I'm not going to be caught dead driving a smart car, okay? But there's got to be something here where a company comes out and they're like, hey, cut the shit, undercut the fucking competition, throw out a like entry-level electric car and make it so accessible that even someone like lower class or whatever can have access to it, can get a fucking electric car. Like why aren't we pushing for that, dude? Like why are we pushing for these flex mobiles with their fucking fancy ass interior and Beats audio system and like who cares, man? It's so strange to me. Like I don't know. Like I know. Like Tesla, I think they made like a 35,000. I'm looking it up right now. The cheapest Tesla is what does that say? Cheapest Tesla. Excuse me while I Google this. Cheapest Tesla is 25,000. The company is aiming to launch a new vehicle at a $25,000 price point based on the Model 3 rollout. This is likely to be the cheapest possible version of a Tesla car for some time to come. September 23rd, 2020. Okay, so that was recent. $25,000, dude, that's not bad. For a Tesla, for a self-driving car, assuming that it has everything that the other cars have, that's not bad. But that's still that's an inconvenience, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. You hear $25,000, dude, no one wants to pay that shit. No one wants to pay that. But you hear, I don't know, $15,000? Now you're speaking my language. I'd buy a $15,000 Tesla. And I don't even have the fucking money for that. I'd just finance it, right? Like an idiot. I would do that. Because like that, it makes sense, right? Let's go in that direction, right? Let's make it so like we have access to that shit. Like, I don't know. That's strange. I don't know why I got so fucking fired up about that, man. Maybe I should be a politician, huh? I went from talking about 7-foot, 8-foot cave-dwelling aliens to accessible electric vehicles. Who's the other? Who's like Tesla's competitor? Don't they have like a dude, I remember when I was in college, I was working at a bar, and the lead bartender had told me to look into buying up Tesla stock. He's like, if you have any money in your account right now, take it and put it all on Tesla right now. And at the time, it was like $300, right? At the time, Tesla stock was $300 fucking dollars. What is it now? What is Tesla stock now? Oh, Oh, dude, it tanked, dude. Dude, it tanked. Why is it so bad? Why is it so bad, dude? What the fuck happened? Am I looking at the right thing? Wait, what happened? Dude, I'm looking at something weird, right? This is fake. I don't know what this is. Why is Tesla stock cheap? Did they do that split thing? I don't know shit about stock, so. Hey, do they do the thing where the stock becomes cheaper? Yeah, I don't fucking know anything about stocks, dude. Tesla competitor. If anyone's wondering, Tesla stock is like $413 right now. But at the time, it was like $300. Dude, they had done that split shit. Who is this? 6 electric vehicle companies competing with Tesla. I'm not going to read that. That's too much reading. I'm not interested. Sorry. Tesla stock split. That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, they split it, dude. Dude, it was at $2,000 fucking dollars before they split it. I don't understand what a split means, but dude, I remember. I knew it was fucking higher than that. $413 is where it's at now. Why is it split? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Some fucking fancy jargon shit that's just going to make Elon Musk more rich. Good for him, huh? Good for him. Dude, how about that? How about that where people get pissed off at Jeff Bezos? Dude, that's the funniest thing. That's the funniest thing from Seattle. I think it's an outside opinion, but everyone, dude. Everyone from Seattle. Dude, everybody would just bitch about Jeff Bezos and his fucking wealth. Dude, who cares, dude? Do you see? Dude, who cares, man? Who cares how much fucking money Jeff Bezos is worth or has? Who cares, man? Good for him, right? I don't give a shit, dude. You want to buy a fucking... You put Italian cobblestone staircase up to your house, $1 million a step. I don't go for it, man. Right? It's your company. You got the money, right? Go for it. And dude, he donates to charities too, right? That's the thing. Is everyone's like, oh, he's so selfish with his money. He doesn't do anything. Dude, I guarantee you, he's done some fucking noble shit with his money. Now is like. Everyone's like, oh, you could end world hunger with his money. Is that Jeff Bezos' job, though? I'm sorry, dude. If you hit the jackpot with a company you slaved over now, is Jeff Bezos a saint? No, dude. I'm sure he's a slime bag, right? I'm sure he's kind of like a sleazy-ass car salesman type dude who takes advantage of his employees and, whatever, dude. I'm not out here saying Jeff Bezos is an angel, okay? Listen, I get it, right? I don't but am I mad at him for being successful? Am I mad at him for using his money how he wants to use his money? No, dude, I don't give a shit. Go for it, dude, right? Because I don't think all of us in that position would be doing what we're all bitching about doing, right? Jeff Bezos. What was I looking up about Jeff Bezos, dude? Oh my God. Dude, hold on. Oh, sorry. I had to reset my camera. I need a better solution for this. I don't know what the solution is. But hey, we're making do and we're just rolling with it, right? That's the whole point. Forget perfection. Who fucking cares? The camera dies, we'll put up the be right back sign like I did last time. It's funny, right? It's topical. And I promise you, maybe one person saw it, right? No one's making it that far in the podcast. Let's be honest with ourselves. Jeff Bezos. Donations to charity, right? That's what we all want to see. That's what we're all interested in. $10 billion, February 2020, $10 billion to fight climate change through the Bezos Earth Fund. You know how many companies this dude has? Huh? Dude, he's building spaceships. He's got his fucking Amazon thing going on. Like, he's not that bad of a dude. I just think it's really bizarre when everyone is, like, on his ass. You know how many other, like, whatever, dude. Who cares? Also, he's kind of a stud, dude. Right? Like, I'm losing my fucking hair. Eventually, I will be bald, and I've accepted that. Over quarantine, I shaved it all off, all good. But dude, Jeff Bezos is like kind of an attractive bald guy. Like, you know, I don't think any of us can like hold that against him. Like, good looking. He like rocks the shit out. Like, he's like a Jason Statham, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, like Bruce Willis, right? All good looking bald men. Now, like, I think I have an all right head for being bald. I think I have an all right head. If I go bald, I think I'm okay with it. I have a small head. I have a bit of a small head. But I'll just counter out with a beard, maybe get some glasses, right? Sure. Like, I'll be fine. But dude, there are some people that have like those wild ears, or like a weird shaped head, or like whatever. I bet people born with that have good hairlines. I don't. My hairline's shit. It's gonna go. Dude, that's such a weird thing. I was so stressed out at like the peak of my stress, trying to like chase a salary and like this position that I was like drooling over, like, oh, this is gonna grant me financial freedom and I'm gonna be able to blah. When I was doing that, dude, I was so stressed, man. I swear to God, every time I get in the shower, my hair was like falling the fuck out, dude. I would wake up, hair on my pillow. I would fucking go to bed, hair in my hands. Like, it was just falling out, And I know stress, anxiety, a healthy diet, working out, right? Keeping a level fucking head, being more mindful, right? Focusing on spirituality. Dude, all those things can help slow it down. Am I going to lose my hair? Yes, of course. Everyone is eventually going to have thinning hair. I don't know if it's always going to go away. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what that's called either. I'm not a fucking dermatologist or whatever those guys are. But, yeah, dude. And that, you know what, dude? That's the other thing. You'll never see me as the guy who's got like 3 strands of hair combed over, on the top, trying to play it off like I still got something. Shave it off, pal. Game over, right? All good. It's gone. Get rid of all of it. Just shave it off, be good, accept it, and rock it, dude. No one can say shit if you're rocking a bald head. People will say shit if you show up and you got the fucking old man cut where it's crowned out and you got 3 strands combed over like with grease, or like they're like taped down with scotch tape or something. People are going to say some shit then. You're going to be don't do that, right? I feel like that's like 2 generations before my generation is the ones who are holding on to that. Don't fucking do it, dude. You lose your hair, you lose your fucking hair. Move on. Who cares? Bunch of weirdos, dude. I was talking about eyesight earlier. Dude, I went to go to the eye doctor because I'm terrified. I have like a permanent set of eye floaters in my left eye, I think. And I was terrified. Okay, so I was a dumbass, okay? I was an idiot. And we had that eclipse like 3 years ago, right? I looked into it. I had the glasses, but I was like, oh, come on, what the fuck? I took the glasses off for a second. I looked up and I saw the sun when it was like peak orange, which was super cool, by the way. Like, I thought that was like it was so like eerie. I wish I wasn't in an office and I was like out getting ready to take a video or a photo of that. Like, it would have been sick. Didn't. I was in an office hating my fucking life. Take the glasses off. I look up. Dude, it like scorched my eyeball. Like, they were not joking. Like, I shouldn't have done it. Scorched my eyeball. Ever since, I've noticed these sus-ass eye floaters in my left eye. And they're there. They're shadowed, right? Like, I have like these. And so when I was driving down to Nashville from Washington, we're driving and it was like kind of hazy because there was some smoke in Wyoming. And against the smoke, I could see the eye floaters, like they were really prominent, and it was freaking me out. So I got all scared, and I was like, okay, I gotta set an eye doctor appointment when I get to Nashville, because I've never been to the eye doctor. I've only done the thing in like high school where they're like, I think they test everybody's eyes or something. I don't know. That was a weird thing, man. That felt really weird. And then you go in and you do the thing where it beeps at you in the ears, and you got to raise one hand or the other. I feel like I always messed those up because I was anxious and I was freaking out during them, right? Like I felt like I was gonna fail a test. Dude, school sucks, man. Like, why would I feel that way? They're just checking your health, right? It's like the whole lice thing too, when they go scalp you for lice. So strange. But anyways, went to the eye doctor. They dilated my eyes. They said my eyes are fine. She said the floaters are just eye floaters, and eventually they're going to sink because of gravity down to the bottom of my eye, and I'm never going to see them again. Or my brain is just going to tell my eyeballs, hey, they're no longer there. Don't worry about it. You won't see these anymore. I think that's a weird thing to do. But, or they could get broken up because it's like, what'd she say? It's like protein and collagen. It's like protein and collagen in your eyes, like buildup. Also probably because I eat like shit, as I'm sitting here like drinking a Red Bull. Yeah, dude. Hey, sober October makes you feel like shit, dude. And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, Domino's pizza, fucking Red Bull to start the day. Yeah, dude, for sure. Oh, do go for a run? I don't think so. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it's the alcohol, dude. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the alcohol. I'm just glad that I'm not I was terrified that when I went in there, she was gonna be like, yeah, you're going blind. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's just you're gonna be blind. So I was really excited when she was like, oh, it's just eye floaters. They're gonna go away somehow. All right, cool. So if you got eye floaters out there, don't worry, baby. They're all gonna go away. Just give it some time. It won't be long. Or it might be. I don't know. We're in this boat together, so not really sure. Dude, I had something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, dude. Hulu Originals, man. I tweeted out last night how if Hulu had Netflix budget, their shit would actually be like good. They did this thing. I've actually always wanted to do this. They did this thing every month. They had, I forgot what they called it, but on Hulu, they did this thing last year or 2 years ago. I don't know when they did it, but they did this thing where every month they would have a new, I think it was like a horror movie or like a psychological thriller or something, but it was tied into a key event from that month. I don't know what you do when they probably just come up with a random horror story for like the random months. But like February, they did like Valentine's Day. They did like a New Year's one. They did a Christmas one. Obviously, that one's like going to be cool. They did a Thanksgiving one, a Halloween one. I don't know, April Fools. And then what? There's like nothing over the summer, like no holidays, no like cool like spin-offs to do. But They sucked, kind of. They did. I always wanted to make that a thing. Like, I always try to think about how ways I could push like a choose your own adventure type story, through like the usage of social media. Or like I had the idea to do a short film every month, but tie it into like a new holiday. And I thought it was so cool at Hulu. Like, I'm not saying I'm the first one to come up with that idea, right? I'm not that much of an idiot. Of course, everyone's probably had that idea before that's in the film industry. But Hulu did it. They took it on. But they were ass, dude. They were ass. I don't know why. It just seemed like a bad Hallmark movie, right? It was like they cheaped out. And I feel like doesn't Disney own Hulu? What the fuck? Give them a little bit of money, right? Help them out. Because they just came out with, the reason I'm bringing this up is that they came out with this new thing called Monsterland. Plug ad, right? What if I just started an ad right now? Hey, like on all the podcasts, what do? They're like, it's like a brief pause and then they pull out their script. It's like this. We'll see it. It's like, ooh, it's that spooky time of the year. Brand new episodes of Monsterland are now premiering every week for the rest of the season of Halloween. Promo code promo code Forget Perfection. Enter it at the Hulu site so you can get one month for free. Feel free to check out every episode premiering every Friday from I don't know. Go check it out, and then they dive back in. Dude, fucking Monsterland, man. I think that's what it's called, right? Monsterland, something like that. I watched it last night, and there's this actress. Dude, it takes place in Louisiana. The first one takes place in Louisiana, and I think, like, my wife and I did New Orleans a little while ago, and I love, like, that whole vibe, right? Like, I really like, I don't know, South Carolina and, like, Louisiana, and, like, I just think it's, I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think, like, the vibes are really cool. But, so the first one takes place down there. I'm like, all right, cool. And it's a killer. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he's, like, cutting people's faces off. I'm like, all right, cool. What's not to like? And then the actress comes in, the main character, dude, and she's trying to do this Louisiana accent. And it is the most atrocious thing. It's like Hulu didn't give a shit. They were like, nah, she looks good. Oh, but sir, she sounds terrible. She can't do the accent. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Hey, let the cameras roll, right? We gotta get this shit out. Some virus is creeping up on us. We gotta just hurry up with production, all right? And that's what it seemed like. It seemed like they just kind of rushed it. So what is this? You have 3 choices. Mute your speaker while you record to prevent feedback. Monitor on. I don't know what this is, man. Can we just continue? Thanks. Feedback? What are you talking about? Was it because I was screaming? I don't know, man. I don't know anything about this. I just record in GarageBand, right? I set up this shitty mic with no pop filter, and I just start screeching into it. So, like, yeah, I don't know. Do your thing, GarageBand. You notice fucking feedback, cut it out. Don't know what to tell you. Did a great job, but thank you. Anyways, Hulu originals would be so much cooler if they just had a bigger budget. And Netflix is over here spending hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars on these big budget projects that, like, I don't know, were they worth it? Maybe a few of them. Like, dude, Stranger Things is like my favorite show ever, dude. I love Stranger Things. So cool. I remember exactly where I was when I saw the first trailer for it. I was at my mom's house, and I was just counting down the months till the first season came out because it looked so interesting. I love, like, 80s vibes and shit like that. So came out, and it was the coolest thing. So Netflix knocked it out of the park. Now, I can't say the same for, like, other series or other originals of Netflix, but, you know. Like, dude, that Tall Girl one, right? Wasn't that, like, a thing of theirs? Didn't they do, like, some series about, like, a girl that was super tall in high school? Like, oh, it must be really rough to be so tall, and, like, girls were, like, calling her a giraffe or something. Like, dude, ha ha ha. Who cares, dude? Like, Jesus, man. Some of these projects, dude, how do they get greenlit? My brother and I were watching the new Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger is such a badass in that movie, dude, and the writing was just the worst I've ever seen in a movie. It was like, dude, you know these people know what they're making, man. How do these people get hired on for these positions? They're making these movies, and I don't know if it's like, I'm not in Hollywood, right? I don't know if it's the producers or whoever it is maybe it's just a shitty screenplay, but regardless, man, we were watching it, and these lines that these guys were saying and the plot holes and everything, I'm like, I, honest to God, feel like I could have written a better Terminator movie, and I'm not even like a Terminator fanatic. Like I could like kind of care less. Like I'm not, listen, they did their best. I'm not gonna. It was okay. I got entertainment value out of it, and I bet that's all it was worth. But come on, dude. Like, look around. Look at all these projects and shit. It's crazy. The other thing is with movies too is dude, Regal Cinemas is closing down for the rest of the year. Till 2021, Regal Cinemas is closing down, and then like their partner company, I don't know who the hell that is. Doesn't really matter. Regal was like the big one, wasn't it? But they're shutting down for the rest of the year because they're like getting just absolutely destroyed by COVID. Which, I get. But like, you think they could have done something to save that? You think there was anything that Regal Cinemas could have done to like save themselves from having to close their doors for the rest of the year? Because like what do you do in 2021? We don't even know if this is going to be gone in 2021, right? Like, that's the craziest thing. Is I was walking around like CVS or whatever, and the intercom comes on. It's like, in the middle of a global pandemic, make sure you keep 6 feet away and always wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, we ask that you use our curbside pickup. Just call 1-800-CVS curbside pickup. We'll drop it off. It's the craziest thing, dude. Just like sit back and look at all this and all the damage that we've done collectively as a dumbass world. Dude, I wish I was in New Zealand. That's been like, I worked for a company called Rod and Gun, and they're like a luxury like men's brand, right? Like they're like a retail company at Bellevue Square, and their company is out of New Zealand, and their whole thing was like the most natural usage of organic materials to build their clothes with, like linen and wool and all this stuff. I feel like I'm going into an elevator pitch. Sorry. But from working from that company, like I was already interested in New Zealand, dude. Working for that company and learning about like the heritage of New Zealand and like their shit, dude. They are sick. Like they have it figured out, man. They're a beautiful country. I would absolutely kill to live there. And you know what they do? They make it goddamn near impossible for you to live there. So you have to either like purchase property or get a work visa and keep renewing it, or marry in to someone of the opposite sex or the same sex that lives in New Zealand. Dude, I don't think I have any of those options in my playbook for the rest of my life. So that sucks. But I definitely want to visit. I'm just kind of embarrassed to be a United States. You know what my friend said? Again, dude, I'm not going to get political. I'm just not, right? But my friend was telling me that the United States was like the cool kid in high school that didn't move out of his hometown, right? Like we were so fucking cool, like getting involved in everyone else's shit, flexing on these countries or whatever, and like just thinking that we're like untouchable. We're invincible, right? And that's, I'm sure, how it felt for like a lot of our, and I'm sure that's why a lot of our like, older generations have kind of a complex about them, because they grew up in this era where they were just pumped full of propaganda of America being the fucking coolest thing ever. And they just kind of carried that with them. And now, people like myself are going, nah, this place sucks, dude. Like, I don't know what you guys are on. I don't know. It's so funny because I truly do think that we got carried away thinking we were way too cool. And then we just kind of held on to this title for what we had accomplished at the time. And then all of a sudden, like, these other countries are like surpassing us in like moral values and caring about global warming and climate change and, all these other things. And while we're just holding, well, we still got our guns, dude. Hey, Home of the free, baby. What do you mean? Hey, Carl, you guys are pussies. Oh, yeah, whatever. At least over here, we got, like, dude, grow up, right? Times are changing. Let's adapt with the times, huh? Fucking embarrassing ourselves. So stupid, dude. That's really the best way to put it. We were cool once, and we did nothing afterwards. We held on to this singular cool title that we gave ourselves, that we self-identified with, and then that was it. We have done nothing. Now, listen, our country's so cool. Like, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying. I'm being over dramatic, right? Ha ha ha. It's funny. But, good God. Someone step in and do something. Oh, man. I don't know. You like that forget perfection, dude? I like coming to these things and I'm like, I feel like I started off this like a little slower, right? I try to like jot little talking points down throughout the week, and I felt like today I was a little slower going into this, but I feel all right. I feel all right with this one. We're just, we're having a good time. I'm forgetting about perfection. I'm just coming on here and talking, dude. Like I said, this is something to me that is like therapeutic, and it's also like an exercise for me to just put stuff out there, because a lot of the times I get in my own head about releasing content and making sure that it's like up to my standards and on par with what I want to create and all this stuff. And this feels good. I do enjoy doing this. I had a lot of fun last week doing it, and I couldn't wait to sit down and do it again this time. It's been healthy for me. And I think that's like a big thing, is like not giving a shit, dude. If you want to do something, dude, just do it. Who gives a shit what anyone else thinks? So often I think we get caught up in thinking about what everyone else gives a shit about, like our moves, what we're doing with our fucking lives. Like, who cares, dude? No one gives a shit. No one's watching. And they're judging, dude. Guess what? They hate their fucking lives. They're going to work in a cubicle, bored out of their minds 5 days a week. Of course they're gonna hate on your shit. Dude, shout out Patrick Oda, huh? I'm talking about doing shit. If you don't know who Patrick Oda is, go on Apple Music or Spotify and look up POTA, P-O-T-A, right? He came out with an album. Is this an album or is it an EP? I don't know, like music lingo, but it's got 8 songs on it, so an 8-song album. Dude, and it's called Every Song is a Banger, P-O-T-A. Listen to it. Guys from my high school, I think like it's really cool to see people putting shit out. I think that's such a cool thing. It's sick. It's real. I wasn't like playing it. I was like watching the sidelines. I always saw him like producing music and getting involved in production and everything. And then the album came out this past Friday, I think, right? Or Monday. I'm not sure. This weekend at some point. But it's good, dude. Dude, check it out. It's sick. Like I said, it's really cool to see people pursuing something that's different and, again, not giving a shit, right? Except I don't think he really forgot perfection. I think it was more like he perfected it and then put it out. But, hey, that's different. That's a different form of content. So my original statement still stands. But, dude, great shit. POTA, my guy, great work. Proud of you. I think that's about it for me, man. That's going to wrap it up. I feel pretty good. Fuck it, man. Hey, forget perfection, baby. That's what it's all about. We're just going to roll with it. Huh? Fuck it. Dude, I should probably stop swearing so frequently, too. It's such a bad habit. It's just how I talk, Oh, man. I noticed that. I get carried away, or when I get really into something, I'll say F. F this, F that, F and F. F my ass, right? Oh, boy. All right, babies. Everyone have a great week, huh? If you listen all the way through this, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Shit's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, if that's what they call it. It's on YouTube. It's on SoundCloud. I made a video about this, but if there is anything else that you would like this on, let me know. I'll upload it to it. I just don't, as far as I'm concerned, that's what people use. That's why I've been uploading it to. So, everybody have a great week. Thanks again.